So, today we're talking about something bigger than just finding a new job. We're going to talk about actually designing your financial future. Think of this as your personal blueprint for architecting wealth, especially as we look ahead to 2026.
All right, let's just jump right in with the big one. The question a lot of us have been thinking about. Is the whole 9-to-5 thing obsolete? I mean, for generations, that was it. That was stability. But today, with the capped income and the really rigid path, a lot of people are starting to feel that the traditional model just isn't the only way forward anymore. Maybe not even the best way. And this really shows you the heart of that shift. On one side, you've got the traditional career. It's a pretty straight line, right? You trade your time for money. But on the other side, you have the wealth architect. And here, the path is all over the place. It's non-linear, but the income is scalable. And the whole model is built on creating assets, not just selling your hours.
So let's really dig into what it means to become one of these new wealth architects. This is all about a fundamental mindset shift, moving from being an employee who's, working on somebody else's plan to being the one who actually designs the whole thing from the ground up.
So what is a wealth architect, really? Well, it's someone who intentionally, strategically designs and builds multiple income streams, multiple systems based on assets. The key word there is diversification. It's about creating a strong, resilient financial structure that doesn't just crumble if one job goes away.
Okay, so the theory's great, right? But how do you actually do this? Let's get practical. Let's look at how you can actually build this. We're going to look at 3 solid, proven blueprints for building wealth that are really hitting their stride as we head into 2026.
First up, we've got a path that has totally changed the game for how value gets created, the creator economy. This is all about taking your unique knowledge, your passion, your skills, whatever they are, and turning that into a real business.
And look, this isn't just for viral TikTok stars. The opportunities here are incredibly diverse. You could be a niche YouTuber who teaches a very specific skill, or a writer on Substack building a really loyal paid community. Maybe you're an expert who packages up what you know into an online course. Each one of these takes an interest and turns it into a genuine asset.
Now here's the trade-off. Let's be real. Building an audience, creating amazing content, it takes a ton of upfront effort. There's just no way around that. But, and this is a big but, once you've built it, the potential to scale is just massive. A single video, a single course, can serve thousands of people, which completely decouples your income from the hours you put in.
Okay, our second path is the rise of the modern solopreneur. We're talking about these highly specialized, tech-powered businesses of one. It's all about being nimble, super efficient, and providing incredible value without all the bloat and overhead of a huge company.
I mean, just think about the possibilities here. A freelance AI consultant who solves really high-value problems for a dozen clients at once, or an e-commerce store owner using dropshipping and modern logistics to run a global business right from their laptop. These are not small side hustles. We're talking about focused, high-impact businesses. And this really captures the core deal you make with yourself when you become a solopreneur. The autonomy is off the charts. You call all the shots. But that absolute freedom comes with an equally high level of responsibility. Every single win, every mistake, every decision, it all rests on your shoulders.
All right, our third path is for everyone who wants to make their money do the heavy lifting, the strategic investor. And this goes way beyond just, basic stock picking. This is about actively putting your capital to work in modern, high-growth opportunities.
And the investment landscape has just exploded with options. We're talking about angel investing in startups that you actually believe in, or exploring the wild new frontier of decentralized finance, or even getting a piece of large real estate deals through crowdfunding platforms. These are things that not too long ago were only available to the super wealthy.
So, we've got 3 powerful paths: creator, solopreneur, and investor. But those are just the what. To actually make any of them work, we gotta focus on the how. And that means building the right foundation, with the right mindset and the right tools. So let's get into your personal blueprint.
These 4 steps, they're the absolute bedrock. First up, financial literacy. And I don't just mean budgeting. You have to understand the language of money, things like leverage, cash flow, how assets are valued. Second, a risk strategy. This means being brutally honest with yourself about your tolerance for risk and building a plan that lets you sleep at night. Third, adaptability. Look, the tools and platforms we're talking about today will be different in a few years. Your ability to pivot and learn is your single greatest asset. And finally, build your system. This is so crucial. You need repeatable processes for everything. whether it's making content or analyzing a deal, so you can actually scale your efforts without burning yourself out.
This quote just nails it, doesn't it? You don't just find a new job, you design a new financial reality. That is the architect's way. It's such a powerful shift from being reactive to what the world gives you to being the proactive designer of your own life.
So we've looked at the blueprints, we've talked about the mindset, now the focus turns to you. Because this whole journey, this whole idea of being a wealth architect, it doesn't start with some grand 5-year plan, it starts with one single decision.
I know, the idea of building a whole new reality can feel overwhelming, so let's make it really, really small. Forget the entire skyscraper for a minute. Just ask yourself this: what is the very first brick you can lay? Today. Is it buying a book, sketching one idea on a napkin, making one phone call? That first tiny action is what matters most.
Because in the end, it all comes down to this one question. The blueprints are out there. The tools are more accessible than they have ever been in human history. So the only thing left to ask is, what will you build?